Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Alolan Graveler and Alolan Golem. We're going to be talking about who their key matchups are and who their biggest counters will be. Most importantly, we're going to be talking about their place on your team of 6, and we're also going to be talking about how we can take them and use them in your team of 3. First things first, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all PvP and Silph Arena content. Also, if you don't know, you can also follow me on Twitter, and if you really like me, you can support me on Patreon. All the links will be down in the description. Alolan Graveler and Alolan Golem seem to be very similar when it comes to which Pokemon you should pick. Some people are asking, hey John, are you using Golem or are you using Graveler? And honestly, it doesn't really make a difference between which one you really use. Some might say that Golem might be better because he has Wild Charge while Graveler has Thunderbolt, but again, I just don't see the electric moves being a huge impact in this meta. Again, you're going to be using electric to be countering the flyers, but you can also use the rock moves, and I find rock has a lot more coverage in this meta due to the fact that it also does neutral damage to electric types, and it also does neutral damage to the grass types, and also does super effective damage against the bug types. So I find that the rock type moves will be doing a little bit better, and Wild Charge, yes, it's better than Thunderbolt, but again, you can still get away with it. If you have a Golem that's under 1500, use it. If you don't, Graveler will be just as good. Now, besides the charge moves, we're going to be talking about the fast moves. Both Graveler and Golem will be using Rock Throw. Now, Rock Throw, the reason why we choose it is because it will be doing super effective damage to the flyers. Remember, Graveler is meant for the flyers. He also does great against the bug and does neutral against the grass, but again, grass will counter him, so just don't push for that matchup. And then also he does decently well against the electric types. The reason why he's so good is because of his rock fast move alongside with his rock charge move and electric charge move. And because Volt Switch is just terrible. Both these Pokemon's key matchups are the flyers. Now, if you find yourself in a situation where you led with a Heracross and he led with Vigoroth, and then he switches out and brings in his Noctowl, and then you switch out and bring in your Alolan Graveler or Golem, you have that Noctowl switch locked. You can just farm that Noctowl. You can J-farm that Noctowl and just keep hitting it with rock throws and just keep getting as much energy and take down that Noctowl. You don't even have to shield. Maybe you might have to shield once, but again, you're just farming him and getting as much energy as you can for when that Noctowl goes down. The next Pokemon will come in and you'll be able to pull off 1 or 2 Rock Blasts, or maybe even the Thunderbolt or the Wild Charge. Now, the Pokemon you really want to be careful of is going to be the counter users. Now, we're talking about Vigoroth, Heracross, and Breloom. And also, you want to be careful for the grass users like Venusaur, Meganium, etc. You also want to avoid ground moves like Forge's Earthquake. It's unlikely that's going to happen, but just be careful just in case. We want to be using Graveler in our team of 6. Now, how are we going to be using it in our team of 3? We know that Graveler and Golem are weak to the counter users. So you need something to be able to counter those counter users in your team of 3. Now, personally, I'm going to pick Venusaur. I think Venusaur does really well because he can just tank those counters and also be able to pull off that nuclear hit Frenzy Plant. Now, we know that Venusaur is going to be weak to the flyers and to the bug types. So, we know that Graveler and Venusaur are going to be able to go hand in hand with each other. One counters the other's counters while the other one counters the other's counters. Venusaur is also weak to the bug types. So I'm going to be bringing in Noctowl. Noctowl will be able to do really well because his wing attack and sky attack just go really well, and also counters the other grass types and also the bug types as well. I find that this team works really well together, so I put it together, I did some battles, so let's see how we do. Now we're going to be going into round 1, going up against Scrub Lord Dustin. We're going to be leading in with our Venusaur, and he's going to be leading in with his Vigoroth. So now we do have a positive matchup. We're going to be going in with Vine Whip, and we're going to just be hitting with fast moves. And now he goes in for the switch. We bring up the switch screen as we were still hitting the fast moves, and we went for the Graveler, but it failed on us. So we went back in, switched out, and brought in our Alolan Graveler. Yes, we are using Alolan Graveler because we do not have a Alolan Golem. So now we have that Noctowl switch locked. We're just going to be hitting him with just fast moves. We are not going to shield anything because we're going to keep our shields for later on in the battle. We're going to be just hitting him with Rock Throw and just tanking these sky attacks. A couple more fast moves and then that Noctowl will be down, and whatever's going to be coming up next is going to be getting hit twice with a Rock Blast. So now his Vigoroth comes in. Remember, we are still switch locked, so we're going to be hitting him with Rock Blast, and we're going to be forcing a shield. And now we're going to be getting to another Rock Blast. This is exactly what I meant by J-farming that energy on the Noctowl and hitting the next Pokemon with a bunch of charge moves. So now we still have 2 shields and we have 2 Mons. Now you see there, the Graveler took out the Noctowl and half of that Vigoroth. So now we're going to be bringing in our Venusaur, and we're going to shield here just because we did have some shield advantage. And now we're going to be going with our Venusaur and be hitting him with the Frenzy Plant. Now Vigoroth is going to go down because he chooses not to shield, and he's going to be coming in with Ninjask. Ninjask is going to be super effective to us because he is bug flying, and he's going to be hitting us with a aerial ace. And we're like, maybe we can tank it. No, we cannot. We can definitely not tank the flying moves to Venusaur. But remember, we do have our Noctowl in the back, and Noctowl is going to be doing decent damage to that Ninjask. And we still have a shield, so now we're not gonna shield this. We're like, okay, that's fine. We're just gonna be hitting him with fast moves, and then we're like, you know what? Go with the Sky Attack, force that last shield just in case. But we had him with just fast moves, right? We didn't really need to, but it's okay. We're going to go again, and now he's going to be hitting us with another charge move. So we're going to be like, you know what, let's just shield it. Regardless if we shield it or not, we would still have won that round. Aerial Ace would not have done that much damage. He would have to pull off a Shadow Ball to be able to defeat us in that round. Now we're going to be going into round 2, and we're going to be starting off with our Venusaur this time, and he's going to be starting off with Noctowl. So he does have us in the positive lead, and now we're going to switch instantaneously and be going into our Alolan Graveler, and then we're going to be going using Rock Tomb, and now he's going to be switching to his Venusaur. Now if you know, the rock moves will still do some decent damage to that Venusaur, so now we're going to be hitting with Rock Blast, and he is not going to shield. So we're going to bring that Venusaur right to the yellow. See, Graveler, even though he's getting hit by super effective damage by grass, we are still doing decent damage. Again, Frenzy Plant hits like such a truck. We don't shield there because we have Noctowl that's going to be coming in now. And we're going to be finishing off that Venusaur with just Wing Attack. Look how much energy that Noctowl has now. He almost has enough for a Sky Attack. Once that Pokemon comes in, we're going to have a Sky Attack ready, and we're going to be hitting him with the Sky Attack against that Raichu. Now, Raichu won't be doing that much damage to his Raichu with Sky Attack. So now we're going to be doing a couple more Wing Attacks, and we're like, you know what? We're going to shield here because we know that a electric move is going to be doing some crazy damage to us. So we're going to be going in and try to get to the Nightshade because we know we can get to the Nightshade before he gets to his next Thunder Punch. So we're going to be going Nightshade, making him think that we're using Sky Attack, and we're like, maybe Nightshade might do some decent damage. And it does. We're like, wow, that was amazing. Okay. So now we're like, should we shield here? No, we're not going to shield here. Why? Because we're going to be able to take him out with just fast moves. And this was my mistake right here. We did not shield that because now he has a Noctowl in the back, and we have our Venusaur coming in. And Venusaur is so weak to those flying type moves where now we were forced to shield because it doesn't really make a difference because whether we shield it or not, we would still lose. So now we're like, okay, just get to these fast moves and try to pull off this Frenzy Plan. See how much damage we do, right? Hope for the best, but we know that once he gets his next Sky Attack off, it's GG. He had a shield, and he still has another shield, so we're like, yeah, okay. Sky Attack, boom, GG, and that is going to be the end of round 2. Now we're going to be going into round 3, and with round 3 is where he decided to switch things up just a little bit, and we're going to be starting off with our Alolan Graveler. He's going to be starting off with Vigoroth, which is going to give him the positive lead. So we're going to be switching out of there as fast as we can. We try switching, it keeps airing on us. We're like, what is going on? We're trying to switch. We're going to be bringing in the Venusaur, and he's going to be bringing in his Ninjask. Now watch what's going to happen here. We're going to be going for the Sludge Bomb. He didn't see the Sludge Bomb coming. He thought we were going to be going with Frenzy Plant, and Sludge Bomb just wipes that Ninjask out, and we're like, perfect. Now you know what we're going to do. We know he has Vigoroth in the back, so we're going to shield here. We are not going to get hit with that Aerial Ace, and we're going to finish off that Ninjask with just Vine Whips. Now we still have a lot of energy. We know what's going to be coming back in, and we know we have a Frenzy Plant that's going to be ready in about 1 or 2 fast moves. But again, he has his Vigoroth that had a Body Slam ready. So now we're going to shield here, and now we're like, okay, boom, let's get to this Frenzy Plant and force that shield, or do a huge, decent chunk on, that Vigoroth. Now we're going to be going and trying to get to another Frenzy Plant. Now he's going to be doing a Body Slam to us, and he is going to finish us off. Almost. No. Boom. We're going to get to it. No, we don't get to it, unfortunately. So now remember, we still have our Graveler and we still have our Noctowl. So Noctowl is going to come in, and he's going to do some decent damage, and he switched out. And okay, so he switched out because he had a Raichu in the back. So now we're going to be switching out as well, and we're going to be bringing in our Alolan Graveler, who's going to be doing some decent damage, right? Because Electric doesn't do too much to our Graveler, and we're like, okay, we have to force this shield. We need to do as much damage as we can to that Raichu, because we know we have Noctowl in the back, and we're like, okay, and Raichu, Noctowl, just, no, it's GG, right? So we got to do as much damage as we can to that Raichu. So now we don't have any shields, and we forced that last shield. So now we're trying to do as much damage as we can, and he is going to use his charge move before our Graveler goes down, and that was the mistake he made. Now we come back in with our Noctowl, and we're going to be hitting with fast moves. That Raichu is going to go down. He's shieldless. Vigoroth is going to come back in, and we are going to finish him off with a Sky Attack, and that is going to be the end of round 3. Thank you, Scrublord, for the battles. It was lots of fun. Thank you guys. As we can see, the team that we put together really did work. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.